Hello everything. This is a bit of a rant video, so don't expect any brilliant arguments. I mean, you're on my channel, so you don't expect that in the first place. Anyway, there's something that has increasingly crossed my mind the past months, ever since I made that video about the Great Void. Team Fortress 2 is now nearing the end of its development cycle, if it hasn't reached it already. I mean, the last update we received was like, what, 2-3 years ago? And the content we've gotten in the meantime has been about as bare bones as it could possibly get. But what really made me think about this topic was the recent bot problems. Since the beginning of this year, cheaters and bots have been popping up all over in the game. It got to the point that bots were crashing entire servers by DDoSing them. Hundreds of servers every single day. Usually that wouldn't even be an issue, since it would only take Valve a few weeks to release a VAC wave or at least fix the crashes, but nothing came. Only about a week ago, and that was after weeks of it being extremely well known to pretty much everyone in the community. And that was only a fix to server crashes, bots and cheaters remained an issue even afterwards. And as this was going on, I just kept thinking, is this really the best Valve can do? This multi-billion-dollar company with only 200 employees? I just told myself, after Half-Life Alyx, I'll go back to working on TF2, it'll be fine. But it isn't fine. They're not doing anything. Valve as a whole really does not give a single one about TF2 in the slightest. Oh sure, there may be some employees that wanna work on it, but the rest of the company evidently doesn't. Otherwise it would have paid a little bit more attention to the starving community. And you can try to excuse them all you like, but imagine if this was EA or Ubisoft. Oh right, EA bad because they put loot boxes in their game. But Valve can ignore a game for years despite pleas from the community? Oh, that's fine, they're just trying their best. I don't have anything against the individuals at Valve. They're just people, they have their own hopes and dreams and qualities and flaws. I am against Valve as a company and their flawed business structure. But I already made a video about that and you can check that out here. Oh wait, you can't embed links in videos anymore, so the link's in the description, I guess. But as I was really thinking about this, as I was looking at people freak out over bots, I wondered, do we really need Valve anymore? It's evident they don't care for the game and likely won't even update it anymore. I've said in my Great Void video that getting used to that fact is necessary, but this entire issue really hammers that point home even more than before. This entire cheater/bot wave didn't come out of nowhere. These things happen in any good game, but they can be dealt with. But the fact that they didn't is really just evidence for the sheer neglect and negligence that Valve has shown towards the game. Don't praise them for fixing it, blame them for taking too much time with it. This was not a disaster, this was a wake-up call for the community. Because you know what I and many other people did when bots were on almost every server? We played on Creators.tf servers. These are servers that try to have a vanilla atmosphere with competent players and actual moderation. Cheaters get banned on those servers and even toxicity is shut down by moderators and even the players. It's an actual community. It's what I was saying what TF2 needed, a place where people can get together and feel like they're part of something. Where they want to go day after day and meet the same players and have fun with them. Players who love the game for what it is, not for what it could be with Valve's help. Because they don't need Valve's help. Creators.tf makes their own content. They host custom maps. They have free cosmetics that you can get from free contracts that only work on their servers. They host goddamn updates for the game that add even more custom cosmetics and contracts, but also paints and weapons. I didn't even know you could add paints to a server like that. They communicate with players, they listen to feedback, they got together with prominent members of the community to create something great. And at no point did they ever require Valve's help. Over the years, there have been many community update suggestions like Frontline or Journey to the East, and people have been saying, oh, wouldn't it be cool if these were turned into real updates? Well, Valve never made any more community updates since Invasion, but they didn't need to, because the community has shown that they can make their own updates. And look at Madness vs Machines or Memes vs Machines. The people wanted MVM content, Valve didn't deliver, the people made their own. And it works really well, probably even better than anything Valve could come up with. And there's great upcoming YouTubers, there's fantastic artists whose art looks just like Valve's, even better in fact. There's wonderful fan games being made of the game. Whoops, how did this get in here? How embarrassing. Look at this, look at all this effort and compare it to what Valve gave us. Tell me that we really need someone to dangle a scrap of meat over our heads with only the vague possibility to throw it into our starving mouths. I say no. I say that this should really be the time that we let go of Valve. That we let go of hoping for any new content by them that probably will never even come. This is the start of a new era, the era of the community. There was the early age, the golden age, the dark age, and now it's the community age. Wherever this game goes from now on, we decide. We, the players. Whatever we do is in our hands. We have all options available to us and we definitely have the will and the power. There are some issues in this community that will need to be overcome and we can really only do that with a lot of work too, but that's a video for another day. If you care about the game and want it to stay alive for the next 10 years, then do your part. Support content creators, stand up against toxicity, play on community servers and just try to be a good member of the community in general. It's not easy, it requires constant effort. But if we all work together, we can get there. Goodbye Valve. You got us where we are today, but we don't need you anymore. You go do your VR thing or whatever, we'll be fine. Thank you for creating this wonderful game and nurturing it so far, we'll take it from here. The baby has grown up and can live its own life. And with these words, I'd like to thank my patrons, specifically One Truma, 404, Aaron Larson, Korm, Frozen Spaghetti, House, Hunter Slasher, Ken Wiedesar, Miki Gugla, Oleg Andrev, Shuri, Sprinklehen, The Sad Boo, and Tommy Hesto. Or Histo, I don't know. Thank you very much for supporting me, and of course thank all of you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.